Hello, everybody. Welcome to the penultimate episode of Slumber, a Liminal Horror 8-episode mini-series. You can meet us after the break for some Bad House announcements. For our usual content warnings for the show, you can find them at the Twitch command, !SCW. Cast command is !SlumberCast. And a little summary of the show can be found at !Slumber. Our usual content warnings for the show are Unreality, Nightmares, Streetcar Accidents, Foggy Weather, Gore, Body Horror, Cheating, Medical Malpractice, Stillbirth Mentions, Self-Harm, Blackmail, Internalized Homophobia, and Misogyny, Alcoholism, Addiction, PTSD depictions. Please take care of yourself first and foremost. Additionally, you can help our dreamers with 3,000 channel points for a -1 on their rolls that will unfortunately disappear after every episode. In Liminal Horror, -1s are very good because they need to be, the players need to roll below their stats in order to succeed at anything. I am Oleander. My pronouns are they, them, and you can find me at Stray Nerd Boy in a lot of different places, and I am your game master for the night. I'm gonna throw it over to Josephine.
Hello everyone, I am Josephine at Scary Dog Friend. My microphone might be a little low, I'm realizing. I will be playing Honey, she, her, and I am the producer today for Bad House RPG. I'll pass it over to Abhishek.
Hey everyone, my name is Abhishek Matange, he, him pronouns. I will be playing our lovely, fantastic, perfect model, Layla Patel, she, her. Just perfect as always, honestly, as usual. I'll go ahead and pass it over to Sean.
What's up, everybody? My name is Sean. I use he, him pronouns, and I'm going to be playing Tyler, who has gotten some new duds and hopefully is going to stay alive. And I will throw it over to Kendo.
Hey everybody, my name is Kendrick or Kendo, whichever you prefer. I use any all pronouns, and today I am once more playing the only person here with some sense, Dr. James Dunnington, here to make sure that my surrogate son does in fact stay alive. Will I succeed?
Your guess is as good as mine.
Your guess is as good as mine. And I'll be passing it back.
That's still to me.
To Joe.
Ooh, I think I'm still having a microphone problem, but...
Nope.
You sound fine to us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Giveaways per usual. Starting right now, you can enter in the chat !Sandman and enter a raffle to be the owner of a set of 6 digital download keys for official Liminal Horror modules from Goblin Archives themselves. Depending on how many applicants that we get, there could very well be a winner. Literally just put your hat, toss your name into the ring, basically, and then it's very likely that you will be getting a set of these modules. If you are a winner, please make sure that your Twitch whispers are set to strangers so that we can get a best female. Take it away.
All right, everyone, let's jump in to Slumber. At 7:43 p.m., the entirety of Crescent Valley City fell asleep simultaneously. It's now been long enough that the world is aware, but can do nothing but watch from the outside. Inside the mist, people are waking up. A handful of those people are dreamers. The first of many are guided by a dream guide named Myriad. They helped free Myriad from a monster under the Catholic Church, and now they head toward the Clover Corporation headquarters, where the person behind this phenomenon allegedly waits. Fresh from a short rest and acquiring weapons, gear, new clothes, rejuvenated sense of purpose, the dreamers now ride in a streetcar. Looking out the front window, you can see about 2/3 of the Clover Corp building on the distance before the top third disappears into the miasma. It's eerily quiet throughout the city, so you can occasionally hear the screech of something on the distance, the flapping of wings, perhaps a bit too large. You can see the blooming light of flames of that diner that Tyler used to work at, off illuminating the night on the other side of the city. But as the streetcar approaches closer and closer to the Clover Corp building, are there any conversations while you still have a little bit of peace before this streetcar comes to a stop in front of the Clover Corp building? Or is everyone just sitting in silence, preparing themselves mentally for what comes next?
Yeah, I don't think James is really in the mood for talking.
That's valid.
Tyler smokes what he realizes might be his last cigarette and offers one to Honey.
Thank you.
I don't know if you do this. If you don't, then I only do it because we're about to die.
I like smokers.
Cool. That's good because actually I smoke all the time.
If Down Bad was a person.
So
That's just simply down horrendous.
I was gonna ask if this was like an hours long, like streetcar.
It's not gonna be, it wouldn't be like a full hours long, but it is probably like a good 30 minutes or so.
Not enough time.
Not enough time for what?
Nothing. But yeah, I think if it's mostly silent as we're potentially awaiting our doom, it might just be that, yeah.
Is Layla Patel also sitting in quiet?
She would really love a drink right now, is what is the first thought that kind of goes through her mind. Like, she sees sort of Tyler, like, getting a cigarette. I'm like, damn, a drink would be fucking fantastic right now. But she doesn't have one, unfortunately, and not like she carries a flask with her. That's not really her job at this point.
Yeah.
Plus, it wouldn't fit inside the purse, so.
What kind of drink would Layla be hoping for if there where's one before her?
Oh, God. If Layla did have a really good drink before her, like, it would either most likely be some form of, like, either one of two things. Either an espresso martini or an Aperol Spritz.
Ooh. Noted. Audience, that's a secret tool for later.
No!
Did I really just give you a master tool that you're going to be using later?
But yes, you all sit here with your last thoughts on your mind as eventually that building gets closer and closer, and eventually around a block away before you get to where the building actually is, you're forced to come to a stop due to the fact that the next streetcar on the track is completely come to a stop in front of you. And so you'll have to walk from here But it's not that far of a walk. So the streetcar screeches to a stop, and probably about 5 minutes away from you in a walk is the Clover Corporation building. And sooner or later, you all are looking up at this towering piece of stone and glass, reflecting all of the lights that bloom through the miasma, and the top of it disappears off into the mist far and far above us. Myriad stands to all of y'all's side and goes, "This is the highest point in the city. Are you all ready?"
No? What kind of question is that?
I suppose it was rhetorical. And Myriad is going to, I guess, approach the front door of the building. And as they go to push the door, they bump right into the glass because it's locked. And they go, "Ow! Ow!" And
Concerned with them having thumbs, and apparently we should have been concerned with them having a brain.
You look over to the right side of the door, and there is a little panel that would normally require someone to scan like a key card to get into the building, but it's kind of a fucked up situation going on right now, and you guys don't have a key card, and the doors are made of glass.
Is there anyone that's passed out outside?
You see like people that were like walking around this sort of like business district of the city, but you don't see anyone directly in front of the door. You do see people passed out. You wouldn't be able to tell which ones were going into this building or not, but you could try to check everyone's pockets if you want.
Well, it's either that or we just busted. Is there going to be an
How
alarm
much of a
system?
rush are y'all in?
Most likely we might need someone's key card for some entry throughout the building.
Yeah. So y'all want to try looking around, flipping over some bodies, seeing if anyone has anything tucked into their pockets?
Yeah, might as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so each of you begin like flipping people over. At one point, you like push one of you like pushes over like a balding old man who has like a lapel on, but it's for like the building next door, and it's frustrating. And eventually, one of you, you know what? I'll roll for which one of you it was. Layla, you actually end up being the person that finds a key card that will get you into the building. You see like a woman kind of like passed out in a bush like 30 feet away from the door. Like she was on the way to the building, and you see the key card with the Clover Corporation logo, and as expected, it would be a 4-leaf clover with a C in the center, and you pull the key card off, and on the bottom corner of the card, it actually says 1 through 12. Probably designating which floors the key card will work for. And you all are able to get into the building with it. As you open the door and go out into the lobby, go into the lobby, I mean, You have it's fairly high ceilings, very minimalist, very sleek. The colors I would describe as surgical. The walls are like everything is very white and gray, with dark, shiny, kind of I guess marble would be like the closest thing that you could like think of for the floors and countertops, and occasionally you see like the logo and glowing signs and lines poking away from it, merging into the lighting of the building, which is mostly like these panels on the ceiling that don't look like fluorescents, but are quite bright and unpleasant. Inside the lobby, you can see the secretary passed out at the front desk, face like in a keyboard, and the screen just having letters flying across it rapidly. You see a handful of other people passed out around the floor. You see the elevators on the other side of the lobby, and of these 6 elevators, you actually see that 2 of them are currently listed as out of order, and you see that there's the stairwell off to the side with the door closed in front of it. But this, as any of you being familiar with the city would know, this is a 30-story building, so you probably don't want to take the stairs. But it is emergency, so I wouldn't put it past you. You have a key card that'll let you up to the through the first 12 floors. Is there anything you want to look for in this lobby first before you proceed?
I think I would look around to see if there were any security guards passed out.
Looking around for security guards, you do see that there is one guard around 10 feet to the right of the door, who's sort of passed out against the glass. And I guess on the topic of security, you do see that the security cameras as well are all mounted in corners of the room. And there is a eerie feeling that comes from those corners. But at the moment, it does feel like you're in a regular lobby. Is there anything in particular trying to get off the security guard?
Well, first of all, if he has a pistol, I'm going to take it. Secondly, if he has any kind of security clearance of his own, like any kind of key card or badge or anything like that, I'm going to take that, thinking that probably if he's security for the building, he's probably going to have more clearance and more access than a lot of people. And noticing clocking the cameras, Tyler doesn't really seem super alarmed by them, but he does kind of just like point to them to everybody else.
As you go to search the security guard, this is like a corporate building security guard, so he doesn't have like a gun on him, but he does have like a stun gun.
Perfect.
Which would just use a taser stat. So I believe that would be a D6. And for a key card, you see that he has a different colored key card than the person that y'all got your first from. But it seems to denote a level of security, that there is a second security team for the higher floors of the building past floor 12. So he seems to be security for the first 12 floors, and you'll need another card to get to the next set. something about that is a bit weird, but hey, corporations are doing their thing.
Being shady.
Do you know what a
As
panopticon
usual.
is? Tyler kind of says to everybody else.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wait,
that's probably what's going on here. Like, these corporations like tend to cut corners and whatnot, and having to save all of the security footage and whatnot and pay somebody to watch it around the clock is a lot of money that they're probably not willing to spend. So the cameras are probably just up there to make everybody feel like they're being watched. I doubt anybody's actually looking at us right now. I mean, they won't even give their security guys real guns.
So smart, Tyler.
I watch like a lot of YouTube stuff about this.
Well, if you know, I don't really have a lot of experience in breaking and entering, so I'll take your word for it.
I mean, I don't either.
I just sort of look at anything you want to add to that?
Oh yeah, you are a bank robber.
What do you think that I just go up to like the building of Capital One and I just start like holding the entire skyscraper up?
No, that's why
I mean, I feel like if you're gonna rob a bank, do that one, because then you only have to do one.
True. I guess more like you know how to like get through security points, I guess. I imagine.
Yeah, basically.
I don't really know what your specialty is.
It's a lot of brute forcing, honestly.
Then lead the way. Brute force away.
Yeah, you force me before you can prove. Yeah,
You want to say that again?
I don't know what I just said. What did you hear?
I'll go first. It's gonna be having to go the full 30 floors, so hopefully we can see what other key cards we can grab at the 12th.
All right. So, are you gonna take the stairs or the elevator?
I guess let's try the elevator.
Then yeah, you. What was that?
We did grab a key card for it. Might as well use it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you guys scan the key card in front of the elevator again, and when you get into the elevator, you can see that the buttons going from 1 to 12 all light up like they're available for you to use, but all the buttons leading up to 13 to it only lists up to 26 are all darkened. And which floor are you heading to? You can actually see it. There's like a key on the side that says the first 12 floors are dedicated to offices and first security team.
Oh, the 12th. Just go right to the top.
Go straight to the top. So you press the number 12. And all of you stand here in this elevator, waiting for the door to close. And it takes like an awkward amount of time. Like you're standing there looking at an open door, staring out the thing for a really long time, and then the door very slowly comes to a close in front of you.
I just kind of lean over to the rest of them. Low-cost provider.
All this money they can't afford like fast elevators and little.
Well, yeah, because they got to pad like the Christmas bonuses for all the higher ups. That was the whole spiel I was doing earlier.
Sorry, I had a lot of techno talk. I kind of zoned out there.
Tyler does look at the
brute
buttons.
forcing. Never mind.
Sorry, Tyler does look at the buttons to see if there is a 13th floor.
There is a 13th floor. The key says that the floors 13 through 20 are listed as residencies, which is strange for a company building.
It's like the Google dormitories.
Perhaps you could probably make that hypothesis yourself, but there's only one way to find out, and that's to get there.
Yep.
Strange.
And as you feel the elevator finally begin to, well, elevate, it takes like a kind of an awkward 60 seconds of it slowly rising as the lights kind of flicker as you rise up, and you can feel the slight rumbling of the mechanisms inside the elevator. It's just this long, awkward silence. It feels a little bit longer than a minute, even though that's all it is. And the security camera in the top right corner of the elevator stares down at all of you. And if any of you were locking eyes with that security camera, you might have noticed that it feels almost like it blinked.
Did
But hey.
anybody else see that?
Tyler stares at it for a minute, and then he puts his cigarette out on it.
You see as you like press the cigarette against the glass of the lens, you see the glass of the lens kind of it has like more give than you thought it would. As you push the cigarette into it, it eventually opens up, and you do see an eyeball staring straight at you.
Oh, that's lovely.
Tyler's whole vibe right now is like a kid walking through a haunted house and trying to explain everything to make himself not scared. And so he's just yeah, that's cool. See, I told you it wasn't a real camera because like cameras don't have eyeballs in them.
Clearly.
And as you're marveling at the strange eyeball camera staring down at you, the elevator eventually snaps you back to reality with a loud ding, and the door ever so slowly creaks open, and you see an office. You see a large office floor full of cubicles. And when you look and from the angle that you're walking into, you see people at those cubicles, heads hung low, like they fell asleep at their desks, but their bodies keep working. Continuing to type at things, stamp things, and write down in notebooks. And the lights continue to flicker every once in a while. But hey, you've made it to the 12th floor.
People are asleep, but they're still working?
Yeah, their bodies keep working.
This really is a nightmare. Anybody want to go first, or?
Don't look at me.
I
How do
can
you...
go first.
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
And Myriad's like little glow kind of dies down to not be as bright, and Myriad like takes like a very careful step, like putting the tip of their foot out of the elevator first. Out of the elevator first. And as they like cautiously take a step out, they stand there, full body out of the elevator, and goes, "Okay, I think I'm fine." And they like kind of do a little crouch down and sneak a little bit further into the room.
Do you know?
Who follows? Go on.
I follow.
Yeah.
And as I kind of step in, I ask Myriad, "Do you know what's keeping these people moving while they're asleep?
Well, a lot of people have work-related dreams, work-related nightmares.
Yikes.
And so if they're asleep here, then their body will continue the nightmare. And Layla, that ends up reminding you of waking up in the line of models back at that hotel.
You see, like, Layla visibly shudder at that, like, reminder too. Just like it. Oh, that actually sounds like actual hell.
I've never dreamed about work.
Must be nice.
Tyler, thinking about that, is like, hold on, I have to recenter because low key, that's the scariest shit this whole time.
These people working.
Like that's
I love
actually, I
Severance.
didn't, like, new nightmare unlocked. Didn't know that was a fear I had. Yeah. So, yeah, Tyler, like, kind of taking that in, is like, oh, well, that's okay. Hopefully, if we do this, put a stop to this, we can free these people. But then, like, I don't even know what we do from there, because, like, then who would they work for? Because, like, this guy's going to, you know, I'm thinking too much. What do we do? Where do we go next?
Well, we have to get to the highest floor of the building, so we have to find another one of those keys.
Can I
What are the
please try
chances?
something? Sorry.
No, go for it.
I'm gonna try. Can I please try something? And Honey goes up to, like, someone working, like maybe like a young woman or something, and if she's like typing or whatever, Honey just like takes like the mouse or like the pen like out of her hand and see what happens.
You walk over to a young woman, probably like maybe late 20s. You get the vibe from like how sparsely their desk is set up that this might be like their first corporate job kind of deal. And you can see like a magazine over on the side with Layla's face on it. That said, it has Layla's face on it, and then the little headline attention grabber in the bottom left corner says "Fall from Grace." And as you like grab the mouse from out of their hand, their hand continues to move around like it has a mouse for just a moment, and then it like squeezes, like looking for the mouse, and then they lift their hand up, and their head is still hung low at the entire time this is happening, before they then put their hand on their keyboard and start using the keyboard's arrow keys to start controlling the screen.
I pull the chair out under them.
They continue to stay squatted.
Okay, is this necessary?
I wanted to know if they were gonna wake up, but
And what good would that do for us?
information about the next key card, maybe.
You might just be getting someone's attention.
As you say, you might be getting someone's attention. You actually
Anything for you, Oleander.
can hear the world. You can actually hear the. You can actually see the lights begin to flicker again, and you notice that this time the flickering that ever since you stepped out of the elevator, the flickering has always started from the far right side of the room and then kind of surged through the whole room. But this time the flicker has come from a little bit closer to where you all are. And ever so slightly, you all can hear footsteps walking through the aisles of these cubicles. There is someone or something else in here.
Question.
Yes.
Those footsteps wouldn't happen to correlate with the flickers now, would they?
With
Like
about where
police
you
sirens
can,
outside?
with about where you can hear them, it does seem to be coming from where the flickers started this time around.
Gotcha.
So, yes, they correlate.
Good to know.
So, as you all can hear all of this going on, what do you do? Do you hide, or do you confront these footsteps?
I immediately look to see what Honey's gonna do.
I cock my gun.
I hide.
I cock my gun.
And what about Layla?
Part of her really wants to hide, considering she could either A, get the drop on this thing if it happens to pass by her, but seeing Honey and Tyler cock their guns,
I mean, yeah.
I guess she'll probably stay outside. Gonna need some help.
So as you all prepare yourselves, eventually you see the flickers happen one more time, this time nearer to you. And the footsteps are now coming around the corner of the cubicles. And you see first thing you see is the shoes as the feet step around. And then you see the slacks and the pristine suit that is connected to, but you do not see a head or hands. There is no flesh animating this suit. It is simply a suit as it walks around the corner. And you can't tell which direction it would be looking as there is no head. But it stops at the end of this line of cubicles. And Dr. James, you're hiding. Myriad has also ducked down to hide. But Layla, you said you were waiting out as well.
Yes, she would probably be waiting out. Just I don't know how in the open Honey or Tyler would be.
How in the
She
open
might-
are the three of
Yeah,
you?
We would be out in the open, like,
Yeah.
looking, searching for this thing. Well, not searching, just waiting for this thing to show
Then
itself.
yeah.
then I guess if Layla, if Honey and Tyler happen to be in the front, Layla would be behind them.
And so this suit now stands at the end of the cubicle, staring at the three of you. And you can't tell if it is looking directly at a particular one of you, but you do see it begin to take a step forward.
I think Tyler looks because I'm assuming we're standing like next to with cubicles on either side of us, right? I think Tyler.
Yeah.
Tyler kind of looks around at the desks around him very quickly, looking for if somebody has like a drink on their desk or something like that, like a coffee or a bottle of water or something like that.
Yeah, you could find that fairly easily.
I think he immediately reaches it and grabs it and tries to like splash it at where the face of this thing would be. To see if he can get like an Invisible Man effect.
Yeah, you've splashed this liquid forward to where the head would be, and as you do, it does connect with something as if a face should be there. But instead of wrapping around to a more humanoid shape, it kind of wraps around to almost like a nub is sticking out of where the neck should be, like just like almost like imagine a fingertip sticking out of the neck, like a thumb in Spy Kids.
My first thought was when you pop the head off a Lego figure. That's somehow more terrifying, though.
And the head like goes backwards, and the steam from like how hot the coffee was like pours back on its face, and then you just hear, well, on its surface, and you feel the building begin to sway, and the glass of the windows begin to shudder, like there's a storm outside pushing against the windows. And I'm going to ask all of you to make me a dex roll to determine if you will go before or after the supervisor.
Happy
Y'all
to.
going making shit mad that don't need to be bothered.
I think Tyler screams, "Why didn't somebody tell me not to do that?" We got a 17 over 11.
I got an 11 over 16.
10 over 14.
16 over 11.
Hold on, wait, say that all again.
Ooh,
Fail.
As
Success.
okay.
success.
Fail.
Okay, so Tyler and Layla will be going after the supervisor. James and Honey will go before. And Myriad is going to go... right, it's lower than. So it would be... Myriad is going after the supervisor as well.
SMH.
Hey. Myriad just got thumbs
That's
a
true.
few hours ago.
And we didn't have a gun.
Fair.
Honey and James, the two of you can feel the rattling of the windows, can see the lights flickering more rapidly. You can feel this very tall building kind of beginning to sway a little bit. Even though skyscrapers are meant to sway, it still doesn't feel... it can still feel uneasy if you're not used to it. The two of you are getting your chance to act first, as you can now feel this creature's anger radiating off of it. Which one of you has something they'd like to do immediately?
I think I just dropped down to and need to stabilize my positioning more, and I just start to shoot. See what
All
happens.
right. Go ahead and... what are you shooting with, a pistol? Or are
Yes,
you
my-
using
the
the last
pistol-
bullet of your rifle?
Oh, I think I just have my pistol out right now. It's a little easier to carry in my hand. So we're just going to go for the pistol that we got from those cops.
Yeah, so roll a d6.
Okay. Thank God for auto hit. That's a 6.
A 6. What does it look like as you stabilize and then try to light the supervisor up?
I mean, I just get down onto my knee. I didn't get any clothes in particular. I'm just still in, like, obviously my, like, clonkin white go-go boots this entire time. But there's a little bit more of, like, that feral wolf-like accuracy because wolves love to shoot guns. But I think I'm just able to lock on with my eyes a little bit more, concentrate a little bit more. The world kind of centers around me, and I shoot.
And you fire into the chest of the supervisor, and it reels back a little bit in pain. But the lights continue to flicker, almost like it angered it that you would dare to shoot at it. And what about Dr. James? You can hear the gunfire going off. You can see this thing from behind the cubicle that you're hiding behind. What are you going to try to do in this moment?
Does it seem like the bullets have an effect on...
You, from the angle that you're looking at, you see the bullets tear through the torso of this thing, and it does look like it had an effect, but you're not sure how effective it was, as it has no recognizable features that you could judge by, like, a human face,
Yeah, there's an instinct here that James might just hide, like stay hidden. We have no proof that any of our guns will do anything to this thing. And also we don't know the if it can shake the whole building. I don't know if that's something that I personally feel very confident in being able to deal with. So I think I'm looking for an exit.
Okay, so are you planning on continuing to search for, like, a new key card, or are you looking for...
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if there's anybody here that looks like they might be important enough to have a key card.
Go ahead and this is going to be kind of a luck roll, I suppose would be the way to put it. So this is not going to use any of your stats, but I do want to see whether or not you roll, let's say, below a 10.
Okay.
Or meet a 10.
That's an 11.
11. As you're, like, looking around, quietly walking between all of the cubicles, looking for someone that looks like they might have a little bit more seniority, you can't seem to find someone that has a key card designated for the next set of floors. And now I'm gonna have you make a real roll. Go ahead and make me a dexterity save to maintain your stealth.
No. Okay, so dex save. Let's come on, lay low. Whew. 15 out of 16. Just under.
You just made it.
Just under.
And so there's, like, a point where you're, like, you almost, like, step on, like, a cracker that someone dropped from their desk. You stop your foot from stepping on it at the last second, and you're like, whoo. And you can, like, look up and see the bag of crackers sitting on the desk. But now it's the supervisor's turn.
Oh no.
And honey, you just shot at it, and without moving its feet at all, you see it slide forward towards you rapidly until it's directly, like, a foot in front of you. And it grabs you by the shoulders. I need you to make me a control save.
No.
Yes.
Why am I just imagining a wave dashing like Tekken? I'm just imagining it wave dashing.
Oh, baby.
Kinda did.
Fuck you, Oleander. Wait, what did you say? 3? Control?
Yeah.
3.
Ooh, okay, so yeah, you succeed. That was 3 out of 11, right?
11, yes.
So yeah, you feel it pressing down upon you, and you feel this oppressive force rolling throughout your body. But honey, you've never worked a 9 to 5 in your life. So that familiarity of this, it kind of doesn't take as well. And you almost, like, reject this probing into your soul that it tried to do. Well, that brings us to Tyler and Layla. You both just saw this thing power slide across the floor from a standing position and grab onto Honey. And you don't know what it's doing to Honey, and you don't know that Honey is safe right now from, well, theoretically safe. All you know is grabbed Honey by the shoulders. What did the two of you do?
So I think Tyler's first thought was building shaking vibrations. This thing needs to have contact with the ground in order to be able to do the thing that it's doing. And then watching its feet not leave the ground as it's moved kind of confirmed that in his head. So with whatever confidence that a 23-year-old who watches a lot of YouTube videos could possibly have, he is going to grab this thing around what he guesses is its waist and try and just Brock Lesnar German suplex this thing as best he can to try and remove its feet from the ground.
Go ahead and make me a strength roll.
Good luck. Let's see. We got to get under a 6, chat.
Godspeed.
That's 12.
12. So as you try your best to
Unreal, y'all.
this thing by its waist, you notice that it is not budging. You put all of your all into trying to wrench your body backwards and take it along with you, but its feet do not leave the ground, and that coffee-stained nub begins to rotate behind like an owl turning its head 360 degrees, and it looks upon you. And Layla, what do you do?
So
Call HR.
Honestly, that's actually a solid thought going through Layla's mind right now. Do I need HR for this right now? But on a more, I think upon seeing Tyler's attempt at a German suplex, which she won't judge considering she can't do that either. I think she'll want to try and just see if she can, because the way that it's walking towards him, it clearly has a physical presence, even though we can't quote unquote see it.
Mm-hmm.
At least most of it, at least aside from the whole coffee splash face thing that Tyler gave it, coffee facial that Tyler gave it.
That's a way to put it.
Yes. If she knows anything about all the action shows that she watches, she's been really getting into a lot of old action shows lately. Because before Slumber, she got on a little action binge. She decides to try out something now that she has a gun. She's gonna go ahead and shoot, but she's gonna aim for the knees and try to kneecap this thing.
Go ahead and roll me a d6.
I can pull out my d6 from my box of dice. That's a 5.
5 out of what?
Oh, d6, right? 5 out of 6.
Yeah, sorry, I forgot this is damage. A 5. So you, having taken in all these action movies, you pull the trigger, aiming downward at its knees. You watch the bullets tear through the suit and through the knees, and then come out on the other end, and this creature kind of buckle a little bit, taking away a little of that ground that it has to stand on. It does a good amount of damage to its legs, and that said, then that strange mound of flesh that emerges from its neck hole turns toward you as it's now identified yet another target. And at that, Myriad has a turn.
I forgot about Myriad.
Let's go.
And Myriad is going to Myriad is gonna pull the gun from their wool.
Let's go.
Let's go, Myriad.
Go.
And I guess Myriad is going to try their best to remember everything that Dr. James Dunnington told them, and get ready to fire for...
I believe in you, Myriad.
Myriad rolls a 2.
Listen,
Myriad lands. You see the bullet like pierce through, like kind of grazing this creature's sort of situation that it has going on up here, and then the nub head turns toward Myriad as well. Before we get back to the top of the round, however, Dr. James Dunnington, you actually see, actually, I guess this would be at the top of the round. You actually see that there is another person in here. And this one has a head. You see a bald white man you see a bald white man with sunglasses on, like coming around the corner of one of the cubicles, and they are like kind of speed walking toward where you know the strange creature is attacking your allies. What will you do with that information?
Walking in the way that like a person walks, or walking in the way that
walking like a person
monster
walks.
Walking like
Shoot
a
him.
white man.
Shoot him.
Walking,
Walking
imagine
like a
like
confident white
you're seeing a bald white man power walking with urgency toward your allies.
Get out of here, Lex Luthor.
Oh, I hate all of this. Oh my god. Seeing Tyler jump in like a fool and has kind of shocked me a little bit into, okay, I should do something. I can't just let Tyler jump in and die foolishly like he might. And I also don't trust this weird bald white man. But I mean, yeah, because this could be the person that we're here to stop and or kill. Maybe. Unclear. Is he like, what is he wearing? Is he like wearing like a uniform?
He's wearing a like a long gray coat, and underneath it you can see like the middle letters of the word security. Like he has a security vest underneath it. Well, he's got slacks and comfortable looking boots on, but you can't tell if this is someone who put on the vest or if this is someone who is security.
Yeah. The
That is
walking
not from the vibe that you get from them.
and they're walking fast, not running, correct?
Yeah, they're not running.
They're walking fast. They aren't running. They haven't called out, which could mean that they're trying to stay unseen. But I don't trust anyone who was already in this building.
Mhm.
So I'm going to try to hop out from behind this person and grab and like restrain them. Still trying to do it quietly, so we're no face suit guy
Yeah.
doesn't see me, but I'm trying to like hold on to this guy. I'm like, who the fuck are you? Who are you, dude?
Go ahead and make me a strength throw.
Oh no, I should have described that more dexterously or something. Okay, I can do this. It'll be fine.
Is
It'll
this
be
old man capable
But
of...
what if I said
of-
I did it really good?
What if I said I did it like so good though, like really like fast and like
Really
nimbly.
nimble.
So that's a 16 out of 11.
Ooh. And so you like grab them from behind, and I think you found out that this person is definitely a security guard, because as soon as they feel you grab them from behind, before you even are aware of what happens, they like dislodge your grapple and then like push you into one of the cubicles, and then you can see them go. And then continue on their path. Honey, you still have invisible hands gripping your shoulders. That said, this thing has been shot several times, and also you can't tell what Tyler's doing on the opposite side of it, but you can see Tyler's hands around its waist. What are you going to do?
I am going to try and bite it. I don't know. There isn't a neck that I can see other than there's like a little clitoris.
There's
I'm sorry.
if you've ever seen someone make like
Could
a
use
costume
any word.
for their thumb, so yeah, it is kind of like a large a clitoris emerging from a suit. That is kind of the vibe.
I'm gonna try and bite it. I'm gonna try and
Well,
bite it.
You're gonna try to bite it.
That's my
go ahead
D6 mouth
and-
attack, which is what I do
Yeah.
to clitorises.
Really resisting the urge. to make
That's a
joke right
2.
now. Resisting it.
You bite this thing on what you think is like flesh, and your teeth do sink in, but it has more resistance than you would expect skin to have.
Okay, so also,
you can-
am I getting into, so you're saying it's like, there's skin, like, psionic skin around where its neck would
So-
be?
the basic understanding I could give to you is that like there is a suit and then almost like a thumb-shaped thing sticking out of the
Yes.
neck hole around the size of like a head, but there is no neck, and it was invisible until the coffee was thrown onto it. So
Right,
you're not
okay.
sure what the fuck it is, but it is. It's not flesh now that you're biting into it, because if it
Okay.
was, it wouldn't have been as hard to sink your teeth in.
Okay. And so is it possible also for Tyler, at this angle at least, to see that I'm biting around something?
Yeah, Tyler, you can kind of see the top half of Honey's head sticking around the side of this creature as she sinks her teeth into it. But now it is the supervisor's turn. And I need Layla, Honey, and Tyler all to make me a control roll.
Yikes.
Since, actually, no. No, yeah, that's right. It would just also have to roll for Myriad.
This is control.
Yes, control.
I succeed.
Myriad succeeds.
I got a 19.
Well, at least you're not alone. I got a 15 out of 14.
Ooh. Alright, so, I'm gonna have to roll a d8.
Oh!
So, here's what happens. As all of you are essentially jumping the supervisor right now, the rattling of all the windows suddenly comes to a hard stop. And the lights completely turn off for just a full moment. And in this moment, Tyler and Layla, as both of you failed, you can actually feel this oppressive dark force come over your bodies, and I guess I'll start with Tyler. Tyler, what is the worst failure that you can remember?
Tyler thinks back, and we see like Tyler standing in what would look like a church if everything had been completely desecrated by people with no real sense of faith. And we see a bunch of people, we see a crowd of people that have like taken off of their robes and are following this crazed maniac. And Tyler standing in front of his mother, who has a smile on her face with all of the confidence in the world that what she is about to do is going to fix things. And he is unable to stop her as she drinks drain cleaner, which begins to dissolve her insides. And he watches as she spits it back up, and some of it hits his face, causing the blotch that is on his face to this day. And he looks around as everybody around him begins to slowly die of asphyxiation. And he is powerless to stop any of it.
And just like a supervisor chewing you out, you can feel the guilt of this running through your system, just demoralizing pain sowing through you as you take 4 stress, which will first come out of your hit protection, and the remainder will come out of your control directly. And before we get to, since I did take out of your control, you are gonna have to make a fallout roll, but we'll come back to that. Layla Patel,
Hi.
what would you say is your memory of your greatest failure?
There's really only one answer that I can really give for Layla. It's probably the day she lost it all.
Mm-hmm.
She had fame, she had money, she had fans, she had, quite literally, had it all. And then, with the snap of a finger and a few tabloid articles, all of that was lost. Over some, yes, admittedly, not so great photos of her enjoying herself, having some fun. But why shouldn't she? It's kind of her right as one of the people on top too. But clearly the people didn't see it that way. So she lost everything she had built up. Her status, fame, money, power, all of that gone. And she had never felt so low, so defeated, so common. The only time she could really remember that feeling was when she was first starting out as a model.
And as you feel small in the wake of your image plastered everywhere, something that you didn't want to get out, something that should have been harmless but for some reason was to everyone else, that same psychic pain roils through your body, and you will also take the 4 stress to your control.
Yeah, and I have no hit protection. That comes straight out of my control too, so that's gonna be fantastic.
Yeah. So that means you also will be making a Fallout roll. So I'm going to need both you and Tyler to make me a control save against your new control stat. And if you fail, you're rolling on the Fallout table.
Oh boy. Okay.
That's another 19.
Ooh.
My control is a 2 now, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Oh, you don't got much left in you, pal.
Yeah.
Come
No,
on,
buddy, what?
gang.
He's barely hanging on.
Oh my god!
Come on, gang. We can't be like this.
Well, I'm at least better. Mine's a 10. My new control stat is a 10. I just happened to roll a 14.
Ooh. And so, you both are gonna have to roll on the Fallout table.
Yes.
So I believe it's a D8. Go ahead, both of y'all, and make your D8 rolls.
Gotta collect my D8.
For the audience, normally in a liminal horror, everyone has a shared D20 table. But for this game in particular, we had I had come up with a couple dozen unique Fallout table options. And our lovely players all selected 8 for a personal palette to use for their characters. So we might see something fairly unique happen here.
I'll let Tyler go first, so yeah.
My result is Wayfinder.
Wayfinder.
State an object, person, or location that you desire. You intuitively know where it is, but so does your nightmare if it's still active in the city. And will you let me say what I think that Tyler would see in this moment?
Yeah.
Okay. Because the thing that he is thinking about most right now, besides Honey, is where is his sister? And
Ooh.
as his mind drifts to that, he comes to see that his sister is somewhere in this building and has a badge that says that she works here.
Interesting. And as you can pinpoint your sister working in this building, you see her actually on the residential floors, the floors that you're trying to get to next, and passed out in a hallway currently. and as you can see your sister passed out with this badge attached to her lapel, you can also feel that tinge, that tweaking, right? You can feel that dark tunnel back in that place that we just escaped, the shepherd, the gargoyle under the Catholic Church. You can feel that although you all struck it down, it did not fully die. That said, you are aware that technically it can't come out. It is trapped, and you all have taken its only hope to continue growing its flock. You all have condemned it to hell, essentially. A hell of its own making. And it's not active in the city anymore. And so, you're safe. Safe from the shepherd. But you know, your sister's upstairs. And that leads us to Layla. Layla, what did you roll on your D8?
So I don't know if the dice were listening to me when I gave my monologue about how Layla lost it all. A two-way decision of her own making.
Mm-hmm.
I rolled red-handed.
Okay. Red-handed. So with red-handed, your hands begin to seep blood, leaving traces of your presence on everything you touch with your hands. Once, with active effort, you can make the blood pour, creating a slipping hazard. After you do, the bleeding will stop, but the stains will remain. But yeah, for right now, your hands are seeping with blood. What does it look like as Layla, you realize that your hands just won't stop pouring blood after that vision?
I think it's almost like in the heat of the battle, Layla doesn't even realize it at first. Like, she's so focused on, like, trying to get away from, like, the supervisor and, like, that psychic damage that it inflicted on her, that she doesn't even, like, recognize or look at her hands until she feels something drip on her new outfit. Like, she feels a drip, 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 and those drips start getting faster and faster a little bit. And that's when she sort of looks down and sees her hands absolutely covered in crimson blood. That doesn't seem to stop, no matter how she tries to, like, clench her fist or do something to stop it. She even, like, tries to, like, wipe off the blood and has, like, a full-on, almost, like... It's, like, almost like a full-on, like, a mini Lady Macbeth moment when, she's trying to, like, scrub the blood off of her, but, like, it just does not stop coming. And at this point, her hands are just sort of trembling, reeling, and those memories of her losing everything are just replaying in her mind. It's like, is this, like, almost comes to her mind, like, is this, like, my sort of karma, I guess? Like, is this what I have to, is this what I have to deal with because of some stupid fucking tabloid that ruined my life? This. And it almost, like, pisses her off at this point. Because of, like... You'd think she would have gotten the lesson at this point, but she definitely hasn't. And it's just, like, it's not my fault that I wanted to have fun. And I have to suffer from this blood, injury, and just absolute terror. Because of it? Hell no. So, she'll take it in stride. But,
then,
yeah.
As both of these things happen at once, it is both of y'all's turn. I will say, Tyler, since you rolled the Wayfinder, you can feel the key card that would lead to the next floor very quickly approaching from around the corner where you saw Dr. James Dunnington duck off, and Layla, this creature that has inflicted this psychic harm upon you all, still stands as the lights flicker back on, and the rattling begins to slowly pick back up. What do the two of you do?
I think Tyler immediately, having that whole vision, like he kind of just snaps in and just like snaps back and just whispers to himself, wide-eyed, Harper. And then he like lets go and just completely books it in the opposite direction, running towards where he feels that the other key card is, and basically is just like his mind is empty of Honey, of James, of Layla, of everything else that's going on, and basically like is just kind of singularly minded on finding Harper and getting to her. And if he thinks that the key card is close by, he's like making a beeline towards it.
Then yeah, as you round that corner, Dr. James, as you're like looking out of the cubicle you were just shoved in, you can see Tyler round the corner, and that white bald man who shoved you down, so now walking towards Tyler as Tyler's running towards the bald man. Tyler, you're seeing this very tall, bald white man with black sunglasses indoors, and it's at night. And it looked like they were pulling something out of their jacket when they saw you, and they like squint their eyes at you as you move toward them.
I immediately shoot him in the head.
Roll, he's not prepared for this, so roll enhanced damage on that. Roll a d12.
It's an 11.
How does it look as you blow this man's brains out in front of Dr. James Dunnington?
I would like to remind the jury that currently my control is a 2. And he just saw that his sister that he was estranged from might be here, and immediately like turns the corner, and this strange man that he's never seen before is reaching into his jacket, and he just reflexively, like, it's a life or death split second, reflexively just shoots. And like doesn't even like take the time to like calculate like consequences or anything that comes after. It is just a split second reaction.
Mm-hmm. And so the bullet flies through the air and then goes through this man's head. And there's a moment where their body has like not even like fully processed that a bullet's gone through it, and then they crumple. This man was indeed a regular human man, and a rope that they were probably going to use to tie something up slides out of their jacket, and as they fall back, you can see on their lapel on their waist the key card that leads to the next set of floors.
Tyler then drops the gun, having fired the last bullet that was left in it, walks towards the body, picks up the key card, doesn't look at James or say a word to him, and just keeps walking.
That's badass, I'm not gonna lie. A little bit wild. I say as I scratch out this NPC's information.
I'm so sorry. I knew as I was doing it, I was like, I know that there are going to be repercussions, but logically, it doesn't make sense that he would do anything else in my head right now.
You know what? More power to you, because I honestly really dig this outcome. But that leaves us to Layla. Layla, you just heard a gun go off. You just saw Tyler book it around the corner, fire a gun, and then keep on booking it around the corner. And you heard a body collapse. Either way, this creature stands before you. What is on Layla's mind?
So, question: is this thing like still like grabbing Honey? By the way,
It did let go before it,
Okay.
brain nuked you all.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Sorry, I'm still busy recovering from like the brain nuke and the fact that Tyler murdered a man.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, your hands are still pouring blood, and
They are.
You have a gun in your hands.
So she's already kneecapped this thing. She kind of wants to go for the elbows this time and just shoot through those.
Go
Just
for
absolutely
it.
incapacitate this thing, because before, when she was just kind of like, okay, I'm gonna incapacitate this thing so it can't move, and now she's running off of like pure like mental like adrenaline and like rage, and just is absolutely pissed at this thing for making her relive what might be the worst moment of her in her professional life, and causing her hands to like bleed profusely without stopping. Because I mean, like, she's done a few hand commercials before. Like, these things have gotten her good money for this shit, and you do this to her, fuck you. So yeah, immediately like shooting shots at this thing.
Go ahead and roll a d6.
4.
What's it look like as you take it out?
So, as Layla just like sort of tightens her grip on her gun, like, you can almost feel like the blood just sort of oozing, like almost flowing down the barrel of the gun, and like almost the entirety of the gun, but like she's still able to just fire off shot after shot into this thing, like once in like its elbow, like once in like each elbow joint to just like make sure it can't use his arms, but like she even starts firing like a few good to like center mass, and one to like its head thing, whatever it is. I'm not gonna say the word again. But she just keeps firing at this thing, and like she lets out a roar would be like an understatement. Like, she lets out like this loud fucking roar of like rage at this thing, and just keeps firing until it goes down.
Yeah. And so you let out a shot, and then another, and then another, and as the scream fills the air, and you watch all of this from a front row seat, honey. You slowly watch this thing fall down, not having the legs to support it, not having the ability to keep on moving, and you watch as it keeps on falling backwards, and as you fire the last shot into it, you watch the bullet tear through the hole once more, and then the fabric just drops to the floor, and whatever was supporting it has disappeared, and you see even though there's no body, it's just a pool of clothes. You see a pool of liquid, red liquid forming underneath the pile of clothes, soaking into it to a certain degree. But yes, you all have defeated the supervisor of this floor. And jumping out of conflict, you all did see Tyler running past you all, grabbing a key card off of this now dead bald white man's body, and moving toward the Tyler, are you heading towards the stairs or towards the elevators for getting to the next series of floors?
I think probably the stairs. Yeah, I think that he doesn't want to fuck with the elevator again. He's basically looking for the quickest way possible. Yeah. And also, I think that advanced motor skills aren't really a thing right now, and he's just basically
Yeah.
completely operating on instinct.
So you're like tunnel vision towards your objective, and you all can like see Tyler heading toward the exit sign where there's a stairwell off in the distance. Like if you're like looking over the cubicles, you can see the back of Tyler's head, and that cherry red jacket that Honey acquired for them, moving off toward the stairwell. What is Honey, James, and Layla doing in the aftermath of this moment?
First of all, I look up at Layla and I go, "That was hot."
She just sort of gives her like a look and is like, "Thanks."
And just starts running to catch up with
so
Tyler.
Layla will take off after Honey to catch up with Tyler because she's a little pissed that Tyler just sort of booked it.
And Dr. James, you're the one who actually got a full view of this man pushing you aside, telling you to shush, turning around, and immediately having a bullet put between his eyes by Tyler. What is your first reaction to this series of events?
I'm in shock. There's like, God, it happened so quickly. There was nothing I could have done to change what happened. And it's like, I think like having like watched it slumps down into the cubicle that I'm in and kind of briefly gets into the fetal position again. And just like as like everyone is like going and like passing by, there's genuinely a thought of like, maybe I just let them go. I don't know if I'm cut out for this.
And as you're sitting here having this thought, you can hear the static of a walkie-talkie on that dead man's belt flare up, and you hear a voice on the other end. Vale, are you there?
Am I the
Well?
closest to it?
Yeah, you are. Everyone else is running past.
I crawl over to the body and kind of like fumble with it a little bit before finding the button and like holding it up and slowly clicking it. I'm sorry. I think your friend Vale is dead. Over. Sorry, that was.
Who is this?
I'm. I don't even know how to begin to answer this question. I'm sorry. And like, it's truly just kind of at a loss for words.
Yeah, that's definitely what this person is sort of like getting, as they're like suddenly hearing like the silence on the other end, and eventually you hear like a long sigh before you hear, just take Vale's key card and go upstairs.
Are you with the security team?
No. and then you hear the other end clicks off.
Can I look to see what signal, what like
It was on like channel.
yeah, what channel it's on, and
Channel
if that
3.
channel shows the frequency number.
The frequency number doesn't like read a regular symbol, much like all the clocks that you've seen since you've entered the slumber. But you can tell it's on channel 3 at least.
Okay. All right. I feel there's like this thing where like James is now like, well, now they need to know that there's that there's another group of people here,
Mm-hmm.
and jogs after the group.
Yeah. And so, Dr. James, as you jog ahead to try to meet back up with the group, let's jump over to Tyler, who's far ahead. Tyler, actually, let's go to a break. Because I just realized we haven't taken a single break.
Oh, good point. Okay.
I was just thinking that actually.
The starting late kind of caught me off guard.
Yeah,
we were in it
true.
too, so
We
like
were in it.
We were.
I was locked in.
Giveaways are still going around. If you are interested in getting 6 official download keys to Liminal horror modules, the giveaway will continue to be rolling. We can give away a couple for every session, so just a note for that. We'll be probably rolling for a couple more by the end. It's !Sandman as a heads up. We'll see y'all in 10:15. Welcome back.
Welcome back, everybody. Before we jump back in, let me go over our Bad House events. If you need to catch up on Slumber, we post the VODs on Mondays, and if you're watching the VOD to this, there is still time to watch the finale live on Wednesdays. And Midnight Rush's episode 14 VOD and podcast are both live, and you can join us for the finale very soon. Also, the applications for Macau Darkness Eternal for Bad House's Macau Darkness Eternal story is April 15th. If you're an Asian player or you've always wanted to guest on a Darkness Eternal show, get your applications in quick for the form. Check out !Macau. Is that everything? I hit everything, Joe? All right. Then let us jump back in. Tyler, you are being tailed by the rest of the group, but you are the first to make it to the store, to the stairs, and as you make it all the way up to the top of where you see the beginning of floor 13, you scan the security key card in your hand that reads Desmond Vale. And the scanner goes to glow green, and you hear the door click open. On the other side, you see several people collapsed in the hallway, one of which being your sister. What does your sister look like?
You see somebody who, in the face, looks very, very similar to Tyler, as they are twins. Harper's face is a little bit more thinned out. Her hair is a little curlier, and has kind of been like it's kind of bigger, and her makeup is kind of looks like she is new at doing it, and she is wearing like a blue jean jacket with kind of like a business casual outfit and tight jeans, but she is at her side has a badge clipped to her side,
and she lays there, unmoving, sleeping, breathing steadily, collapsed in the hallway, a bruise on the side of her head from potentially bumping her head on the way down. And you can see her just about 15 feet away from you. What do you do?
Tyler just is like slowly walking over to her, again, kind of in like almost like the stupor, and he slowly kneels down and kind of like gently picks her up and holds her. I should have been there, and I wasn't. I just wanted a family. That's all I ever wanted, and I wanted you to be part of that family. And I didn't want to push you away. But I didn't know how to be strong for myself. And I'm still not sure that I do. But if somehow we make it out of this, I want to get to know you. And I want to get to know the real you.
And as you say these words, slowly but surely, the door behind you, which still hasn't closed, you hear Honey and Layla, soon after Myriad, and then Dr. James entering the hallway behind you. You all see Tyler crouched down over someone who bears a striking resemblance. You all have made it to floor 13. And there's only 4 doors on this hall. You see this vulnerable moment as one of your fellow dreamers stands over a sleeping body. How's everyone feeling?
I crouch over with Tyler, sort of, unfortunately her first thought is to keep going, is to sort of move him, but for now, doesn't touch him yet. Sort of whispers, or in a soft voice rather, "Who's this?"
My sister.
Oof. Hey, she's in... I was gonna say she's inside, but of course there are all these monsters, but they're going after us, right?
He kind of hasn't even looked up yet, and is at a loss for what to do. And he just says, I'm not getting out of here.
What do you mean by that, Tyler?
I'm not getting out of here because there's too many other people who need to, and I just know that they come first. They have to.
Honey kind of exchanges a look with Layla, kind of one of like, not panic necessarily, but like, we need to keep going, kind of a wordless look to her, to Layla. And I think kind of realizing fully, is James in eyesight?
Yeah, James and Myriad are like in the doorway. Myriad kind of sees this and begins to like step forward, but is like unsure if being the one to say anything would be smart coming from Myriad. I don't know if my word would mean anything to you, Tyler. But your dreams matter just as much as everyone else's in this hallway. You all are worth everything you believe you are. And if you allow yourself to always put yourself behind everyone else, you might end up stuck that way.
Tyler takes a deep breath. And he looks up at everybody. He looks up at Myriad and at James and Layla and then Honey. And he says, I think I can do one more solid.
That's all we need, okay?
Slowly begins to get to his feet, and he kind of like, you can kind of feel like it looks like everything that has happened in the past 5 minutes is now all hitting him at once. And then he just looks at James. He's dead, isn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, he is.
So, how did you keep going?
I didn't for a while. For a long time, I didn't. I don't even know if I have not moved past it. But I don't really know if it's something you ever do move past.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It's not really a thing it would have been fair for me to expect you to have an answer for. But maybe I'll believe in the you that believes in me or whatever.
Layla and Honey, you hear Myriad behind you go, what does that mean?
We literally have no idea.
It's literally better you don't ask right now.
If you can't believe in yourself, believe in the people around you who do believe in you. It's from an anime. You all...
Jesus
I
Christ.
Fucking nerds. Ugh.
And as that moment of levity cracks the silence, a beep is heard at the end of the hallway where the elevators come from. And the elevator doors slide open, and you see a maybe late 20s, maybe early 30s. You can't entirely tell, but either way, despite their younger age, the 5 o'clock shadow on their face, and the shock of white hair that seems to have sprouted from the front of their head ages this person as they step out of the elevator wearing a lab coat and glasses, and seem to be wearing rather regular clothes underneath, maybe t-shirt and jeans. And they raise their hands up to the sides of their head, and they go, I suppose you're the ones that killed Vale.
That was just me. They don't, whatever punishment or whatever, that's me, not them.
We're together. And Honey does pull up her gun as well, just in case.
Yeah, Layla would as well.
I'm not gonna hurt you all. I'm clearly outnumbered. I would just like to have a heart-to-heart.
Sure. Come closer.
The person in the lab coat begins to walk down the hallway with their hands by their head so you can see them. And as they get closer and closer, you see that they are like sweating a little bit. And you can see the name tag on the side of their coat reads Richson.
I'd like to do something gratuitous. I walk.
Go ahead.
I'd like to walk behind him and just like kick his knees so that he kneels, and then I'm gonna pull my handcuffs out and cuff him.
And they sort of fold underneath you, kicking them in the back of the knee. And they go, I said I meant you no harm.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, we've heard that before.
You look like you couldn't do anything, but I absolutely do not believe that you're outnumbered. You had people who were awake, and you also apparently have nightmares working for you.
I had Desmond. And the nightmares don't work for me. They work below me. They can't come up here. Everything up here is my control.
That is certainly your problem. This is just so that we can make sure Richson, was it?
Yes. Dr. Richson.
Oh, fuck you, doctors.
Hey, people have to go to school for that.
And
Not
you
really
see
the
them
point right
look
now,
past the three of y'all and see Dr. James in the background. And they go, you look familiar.
Does this guy look familiar to me?
Yeah, they do kind of look familiar in the way that someone that you might have been the English professor of for like one semester years ago might have. But considering how much they look aged to you, you wouldn't have assumed that they were young enough to have at one point been taught by you.
Yeah.
Because they look haggard, right? They have bags underneath their eyes like they haven't slept in who knows how long.
You wouldn't have happened to go to the university.
Yeah. Fuck. Yeah.
Maybe you were a student. I don't know. I don't.
Well,
Are you part of one of those programs where they're letting seniors go to school for free because nobody
I'm
understands how to spend money? in this country?
32, asshole.
What the?
You look awful.
Let's just.
Some
And
people
you
just
see
think
them
here,
like
but yeah.
you see them like shake their head, and they go. I need you all to trust me enough to step into the elevator with me, and we'll go up to the top.
And give us one reason why we should.
Do you expect to get what you want in this hallway? There's 13 more floors above us.
I mean, before we go anywhere with you, I think we should ask what you're doing, right? Like, we shouldn't just follow you. We have no reason to just follow you. You've also made the very bold claim that everything on this floor and up is like controlled by you.
Not from here. From the top floor with the device.
Vague.
I lost someone. I lost a lot of people. I started working for this company to make the world a better place. We discovered this other dimension of sorts. Higher ups thought it was something we could use. They wanted to see if they could make a cutting edge video game. I didn't want that. It's stupid. If you have access to all that we can dream, why wouldn't you want to live the dream rather than simulate it? I
James,
have my family back. I can do something for you all as well.
James is shooting the, like, hopefully very obvious look to everyone in this group. Like, we've got to kill this guy. we've got to. This is the guy we came here to kill.
Technically, all you have to do is deactivate the machine.
Yeah, but he could, like, probably build another one. He seems confident enough that
But
just
also,
turning it
he
off.
probably knows how to deactivate the machine.
Yeah.
So killing him would make it harder to do that, probably.
We could blow it up.
Sounds good.
You
to
don't
me.
need to turn off a machine that's destroyed. Also, this can't be a
Honey-
thing we're talking about.
No,
I was about to say, Honey has him handcuffed, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Tyler goes, all right, Toonami Tom, we need to sidebar for a second. We will be right back with you. And
Toonami Tom.
am I the only one who's getting
No,
that? All right.
no, I got
Okay.
it.
And I want to make a funny roll for that to see.
To see
You
if
out
you
yourself?
watched Toonami.
Yeah, yourself.
No,
Was
she gets the
Layla-
reference.
Was
The
Layla a
worst part
Sailor
is
Moon
I roll
girl?
under, so I do.
So we pull
Yeah,
together.
fucking nerd.
So we pull together a little bit further down the hallway. Doctor, you're probably of a much more sound mind than I am right now. What do you think we should do?
I mean, we came to kill this guy, right? So
Did we? I thought we came to deactivate a machine.
it seems like this is the guy that built the machine
Yeah. So couldn't he turn it off?
and also turn it back on after we left. He
Okay,
doesn't
so we
seem
get him to turn it off and then we kill him.
Does he really seem like the kind of guy that wants to turn it off?
Well, no, but we tell him we're gonna kill him if he doesn't, and then we get him to turn it off and we kill him anyway.
Wouldn't it just be easier to just break the machine?
I don't know what kind of machine this is. I don't know. I mean, like if it's like a cell phone, then maybe. But like if we're talking like a
It's-
fucking,
even if it's
if
big
this is
servers,
Ming's death ray, it might be a little bit harder.
we could. I don't know. Machinery is pretty easy to
To
just break if you hit it hard enough.
Clarify. So this is our corporate insomniac, right? Who
Yeah.
somehow
It is
finds somehow finds a way to make all of this dreamscape stuff happen. Is the way that he's talking, does it make it seem like speaking to everybody, is there still another person at the top of all of this?
He seems like he was someone who was hired by someone. He's either right next to the top or the top. He just promised us that he could make our dreams come true.
I think
that seems like something someone with bargaining power uses over someone to try to get them on their side.
his bosses might be asleep. I think this might just be his whole
This might-
operation.
Heck.
Wait, hold on. Is Myriad? Is this the guy you were
Yes.
talking to before?
Yeah. Well, I never spoke to them.
Does it seem like the vibes of the person you were talking
Yeah.
to?
Yes.
before?
Yes.
It seems like-
This is a person who I can feel has not dreamt themselves in a very long time.
Okay. Yeah.
Too much weed.
So. Yeah.
We just
I
suck.
get. Look, I just think this seems like the kind of person that did this for a reason, does not regret doing it, and would do it again given the opportunity. And I don't necessarily believe in carcerality, but I do believe in a certain kind of greater good, and that this might be a kind of person that is unsafe to be around.
The longest I've been asleep, the longest I've gone without sleep was like 3 days, and you'd certainly probably want to kill everyone around you for the sake of your own grandiose sleep experiment, I guess. This guy needs a nap, and maybe
Can
I don't know.
everyone make me a
no,
quick control roll?
I
no, I don't want to do that.
really rather not. Okay.
I'm rolling insanely well. I got a 5.
I got a 3 out of 15.
If I don't get a nat 1, I fail it. Yeah, it's a 16.
All right.
And-
dude.
So
I
that
got
was
a 10 against a 10.
that would meet then. So
Okay.
we have a success from was that Honey and Layla
And James.
and James.
And James, I believe. Yeah.
Then all three of y'all would notice from the corner of your eye, the doctor get up and then back up to one of the doors on the residency floor that you're on, and then open the doorknob and then stumble into the room. They're running away.
Okay, get it going after him.
And as you all turn the corner into that room, a bright light emits from the room, and that's where we're gonna end for the night.
Oh no! God.
Yeah. Okay.
We gotta kill this guy, Steve. Tyler,
you've encountered the man behind the machine behind the dreams. And as we end out now, halfway through this big old building, we only have one episode left of Slumber next week. I have been Oleander. My pronouns are they, them. You can find me at Blue Sky, Tumblr, any social media that's not owned by Zuckerberg. And also, yeah, I guess TikTok also counts as social media, at Stray Nerd Boy. And keep an eye out for something soon on my socials that could potentially be announced soon. And I'll throw it over to Josephine.
Hello, everyone. I have been Josephine at Scary Dog Friend, your co-producer over here at Bathhouse RPG, alongside Fabi and the Lay. You can find me on Fridays over at the Mandy's channel. We are playing A Curse of Sapphics, which is a Curse of Strahd Pathfinder 2e edition game of all Sapphic players and characters. You should very much keep your eyes peeled over our Secret Nerd podcast for potentially something that Oleander is a part of, and a couple other of our friends and family over here at Bad House. I'm all over the place. Oleander just made me a new headshot, and you should go see it on Blue Sky. Again, at Scary Dog Friend. I'll pass it over to Abhishek.
Hey everyone, my name is Abhishek Batange. I go by he, him pronouns. You can find me at most places at neon_Raiden or some permutation of that, I guess. You can also find me on Instagram at Abhishek Batange_VO. I'm a voice actor, TTRPG AP performer, and general lover of all things tokusatsu, like Kamen Rider, Super Sentai, Power Rangers, Ultraman, the works, basically. Aside from this, I'm not in any other projects at the moment, although I am very excited to throw my hat in the ring for the Badass RPG Macau thing going on right now. So that's I can't word right now. I'm still just like recovering from like
It was a session.
I'm recovering from whatever happened this session, so it's a lot. But aside from that, I don't have any other projects at the moment, so if you do like what you see here at Slumber, please feel free to send me your casting calls, and I will happily throw my hat in the ring for them. So yeah, I'll toss it over to Sean.
What's up, everybody? Your resident quirked up white boy here. You can find me on Blue Sky at HighGainSad, on TikTok at HighGainSad, and also twitch.tv/imaginationarcade. Everybody's been doing like cool, like cryptic, hey, there might be something in the works soon, so I think I'm going to do one of those too. May, gay pirates maybe. June, vampires killing Nazis maybe. July, Marvel superheroes maybe. There's all sorts of things that might happen over on the arcade, so definitely give it a follow and check it out. But yeah, that's all I got, and I'll throw it over to Kendo.
Hey everybody, my name is Kendrick or Kendo, whichever you prefer, and you can find me everywhere on the internet that matters at Kendo Makes Films, and you can find my cat in Josephine's arms. You can find, and if you're interested in more of the actual play stuff that I do, you can find me over on Tales Yet Told, wherever you get your podcasts, and Tales Yet Told, anywhere on the internet that matters. Is there anything else I'm in other than Slumber right now? I don't think so.
You're in my DMs.
I'm in your DMs. I'm in Sean's DMs. Let's see. I've done quite a few like interview shows recently, and so you can find those over on Blue Sky whenever I retweet them. I just there's a new interview show about Curse of Strahd that I talked about my experience DMing that all the way back when, so I'm excited for that to come out. And then yeah, other than that, just keep an eye on Tales Yet Told and my things, because I do have stuff to announce coming in the future. Obviously, Strangers of the Woods season 2 coming out. Oh, I will be we will be doing a stream like watch through of Strangers in the Wood for like 12 weeks in a row, basically, as we catch on up in preparation for season 2. So if you have never seen Strangers in the Wood, the birth of the setting for Voices in the Wood and Our Lives in the Wood, fun over the garden wall-esque stories happening in a world much like the American 80s, but as worse as it actually was, and with more body horror than you would think. So yeah, keep an eye on that, as I will be announcing it. Probably will be starting next week, if not this weekend. I'll figure out what works best. But other than that, that's all I've got going. Passing back off to Josephine.
No raffle winner for this week, but next week we will be having our physical. There's Violetta, she's screaming. We'll be having our final physical winner. We are going to be rating Laurel Rothamel and Sheep Dreams. Everybody.
Sweet dreams.
Deep dreams.
See you next week.
Cheap dreams.
Why did you sound mean? You killed a guy.